What's going on, friends? Out here on a paving project today. Figured I'd show you guys what goes on when the asphalt gets to the job and goes through the paver. So the contractor will bring out asphalt in the tracks, a dump truck or truck with a trailer, and he'll back into this asphalt spreader and he'll start dumping his load. It's really hot. It can range anywhere from 250 degrees to, I think Aldot specs says it can't be over 350 degrees. But it comes out of the truck down to this hopper, and it's got a chain that drags it back through the spreader. Comes out over here. There's an auger inside there that pulls the mix out to the gate, and the workers adjust the screed to lay the mix to the desired depth and cross slope. The screed is heated, and it makes a nice smooth mat as it comes out. And you got workers that are cleaning up beside the paving. And you've got two big rollers back there that'll come over it, and you'll start compacting it into place. Paving process is pretty loud. A lot of moving parts, so I'm not going to stand around them very close, and the chance I get ran over. So I'm going to get back over here out of the way. And yeah, they put the asphalt down and they roll it in with that roller, and it can take, depending on the temperature outside and stuff, it can take a few minutes before you can get traffic back on it. But these guys do a pretty good job. And today we're just doing some small filler work for they pulled their main line. They pulled their main line Wednesday night. This is just some areas that were too wide to get paved at the time and stuff like that. So, pretty interesting. When the contractors are laying asphalt, it's a pretty equipment heavy process. It takes a lot of machinery. One of the trucks they use is called a distributor truck, and they put down this liquid asphalt that serves as a binder between the asphalt layers. It's kind of like a glue that bonds the two layers together. And it comes in this big truck, and they spray it out these nozzles, and they stay ahead of the paver, and they have a certain rate that they have to shoot it at, and that they shoot this down before the paver lays the asphalt. This is the stuff that kind of sticks to your tires as you're driving and kind of gets all over everything. Pretty nasty, but I think these guys have been pretty good at keeping it as clean as possible. So I'll show you this distributor truck and let you see kind of how it works. So this is the distributor truck. That tank right there is full of tack coat. Okay. It's heated up 150. I think they generally shoot this at 155 for this particular type of tack. And it's in that big tank right there. It's heated up. And when they get ready to shoot it, they let these arms down on either side, depending on the width of what they're going to pave, and the tack comes out these nozzles, and it'll spray, and it'll make good coverage on the underlying surface so that the new asphalt layer can go on top of it and bond. This is kind of what I'm talking about with the tack getting on your tires. It will stick to them, and looks like right here at the end he kind of shot the tack a little bit too heavy, so he needs to cut that back just a little bit. That's a little bit too much. You can put too much tack on it, and it will sometimes bubble through the through the mat as it dries. Another thing to watch for as you're coming to a construction zone, see how close these guys are to the edge of the road right there? Traffic running over here. I'm gonna back up so that I don't get hit. But yeah, these guys work real close proximity to the traffic, and they don't want to be in your way. They're just out there doing their job, right? They don't want to be an inconvenience to you or slow your day down whatsoever. They just want to lay this asphalt down, get finished, and go home to their families. So when you're going through a construction zone and you know you may be running late or having a bad day or whatever, these guys don't want to hold you up. It's not their fault. They're just doing what they're told, trying to make your road as good as possible. So don't take it out on them. And be careful, stay off your cell phones. Try to be aware, because there's a lot of moving parts on a construction site. And a lot of ways you can get hurt, and a lot of ways you can hurt the workers out here. So just be careful when you come through here. These guys, they work hard all day long, and they just want to go home and see their family in the evening time. They work really close to you guys as you're coming down the road, so just be mindful and yeah, just stay off your cell phone. And here's what we look like after the first roller has made its pass. You can kind of see its roller pattern, kind of in a sweeping motion. And, that particular roller, it operates at a certain frequency that they set, and it compacts this asphalt. And on large mainline paving operations, the roller would have a specific pattern that he needed to roll at to achieve the proper compaction for the asphalt. And you would generally cut a core and have that checked in the lab, and you can also run a nuclear density gauge, which also checks in-place density without having a destructive method. And that right there is the power broom. It sweeps the roadway and tries to get the debris off as best possible, best you can, because it is rather sticky. I'm sure everybody's seen one of those before. But yeah, that's what it looks like after the first pass of the roller. So like, I know construction workers a lot of times they catch a bad rap because there'll be several of them standing around while one machine or two machines is working. And you know, if you're just driving by and you see these guys standing here shooting the bull, you know, you would think that they're actually not getting anything done. But currently they're waiting on these guys to get finished doing what they need to do so that the surface is prepared for the next operation, which is a tack truck driver to shoot this area with tack. So currently they do have a lull where they could be, you know, just discussing their next operation. I don't know what James is talking about. You know, it's what it is. They're not doing anything because they don't want to. They're just currently waiting on these guys to get finished. On a lot of these projects where you've got curb and gutter, not this one particularly, but like on some of them where you have existing curb and gutter, the contractor will bring in what they call a milling machine, which has a big grinding head with a bunch of teeth. It'll come down through here and it'll grind up the asphalt and lower the surface of the asphalt so that the old asphalt can be replaced with new asphalt, and the elevation of the surface not changed. So like I know you see some city streets that have been there for years and have been like paved over multiple times. Like if you run off the edge of the roadway, there'll be a big drop till you get down to the gutter. Or, you know, sometimes they'll just pave over the gutter. But to restore that, crews will bring in a milling machine and cut the old asphalt out so that it can be replaced with new. And this is kind of what it looks like. You can see the groove marks where the teeth came down through here and cut this out. And the old asphalt that was cut out was loaded onto the milling machine has a long chute that kind of sprays the old asphalt out the top of a conveyor belt, and it shoots it into a triaxle and it hauls it off, and they actually can use that to make the new asphalt. So that's where the old asphalt went, and we're about to replace that with fresh new asphalt. This particular piece of machinery right here, I mean, everybody knows this is a skid steer, but it has a small milling head attached to the front of it. I'm going to walk around him, try to stay out of his way. But you can see, as he's milling the joint, he's got that attachment on the front that does the same thing as the big milling machine, but he's able to localize it into small areas, and he can mill around like manholes and like this concrete right here. He can hit like the spots that the big milling machine can't get to. So you guys have seen most of the equipment. This is another piece of the equipment, the project management. He doesn't seem too amused.
Working hard or hardly working?